so honored to be able to be on this call with her. And for her to hit me up and ask me to be on the call with her, come on. So, you guys, I'm excited. And honestly, I'm here to just share a little bit about my story and my experience of running events. I've hosted calls for LD in the past on how to run events, but what the sauce that Tia has for you guys today is definitely something different that we haven't had in LD before. But for those that don't know who I am, my name is Amber. I am 29 years young, y'all. 29, I know. Girl about to be 30. Born and raised in Miami, Florida, and honestly, like my journey has been nothing but honestly the best thing that has ever happened to me. Like this past Saturday, I've actually made 4 years within this company, which is so crazy, y'all. 4 years. And honestly, events itself as a whole turned from something that used to make me so anxious. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be so scared to be in front of the stage, you guys. Like I was scared to even talk on my stories. That's a whole nother thing. But now it's become something that I get excited about. I actually turn that anxious feeling, which anxious and excitement, they're both the same thing. Now, how you interpret it, it's different. So I turned the anxiousness into excitement. And honestly, the experience I've had with events is been amazing. You know, 2 years in, actually, yeah, 2 years in, I was in Jersey. We actually hosted a huge Jersey event. It was about 150 people, if I'm not mistaken. Packed out room. I ended up meeting Stephanie, you guys, in Jersey. Mind you, we both lived in Miami. I met her in Jersey, you guys. And I was like, what the heck? You're in Miami? I'm in Miami. And I was like, oh, we definitely need to like meet up. Mind you, there wasn't really events going on in Miami like that. So we got together and I was like, she's like, you know what? We should start hosting our own events. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And it was just her and me that were hosting events weekly. And mind you, like we were scared out of our minds, you guys. Like drop a 5 in the chat if you can relate. Like somebody that right now, if you're kind of nervous about hosting an event or speaking in front of people and letting them know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, stepping out of your comfort zone, right? It's nerve wracking, but being able to have somebody side by side with you, and that's another point. Like, those that find out who's in your city and connect with them. That's really important. And this is where events come in. So, we kind of did it not knowing much. Obviously we had like our mentors to kind of guide us, and then we would have special guests to come out and close the events. And next thing you know, like now the events have been running for 2 years straight. And I give a lot of props to Stephanie because she's somebody that has been a huge role in the Miami market. And you guys, like, it's definitely an importance. Okay, it is super important. If to number one, if you have events going on in your city, it's important to attend these events. The second thing is, if you don't have events going on in your city, it's time, especially if you're on this call. This is a leadership call. So obviously we have to step into leadership positions. So it's time to host these events. And mind you, if you're ready to take notes, you guys, if you're ready to really receive today and really to start, get these events in your city up and going, drop a 5 in the chat. Because when I tell you, this woman really is intentional about what she's about to give you. Like, I'm going to take notes. Actually, today is an exciting day in Miami, you guys. For those that know and are on their way, we have our a really dope lock-in today, P300 and above, with Matt, Chairman 750, Matt Rosa, Chairman 25, Nano Torres, Lusaldo, Corporate, for the fields. And they're just going to be pouring into us. So that's very exciting. So I'm actually about to head over there now. But if you guys are ready to take notes, drop a 5. And let me tell you, this woman is somebody that I always say this every time. Like, and I'm loving like the duo we have going on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't wait for DD women's events to start popping off again, but or I am women events. But you guys, this is somebody that has inspired me since the beginning of my journey. I saw her in all women's event in Dallas for the first time. And, ever since then, I've literally been inspired by her mindset, her work ethic, her determination, but not only that, her servant leadership. You know, in the back end, Tia hits me up when she doesn't even have to, and she'll send me. She's like, "Hey sis, like, how you doing? I feel like this will help you out with X, Y, and Z. I feel like this will." I'm like, why is she like this? Like, we honestly protect her at all costs, please. But you guys, she's somebody that has impacted thousands of lives worldwide. She's on her way to, chairman 25. She has, spoken on stages worldwide, and she's somebody, like I said, she's definitely somebody that you need to take notes on, especially with this training. If you take really good notes on this training, 1000% you'll be ready to throw an event by next week. So let's get it going. Turn your cameras on. If your cameras are off, this is a leadership call. Your cameras should be on. You should be showing this woman the respect that she deserves. Tia, I love you, sis. Take it away.
Protect her at all costs. Can we drop some hearts in the chat box for Amber? Amber, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for always showing up for me the way that others should be showing up for their organizations. I appreciate you. I love you. You're somebody I know I can always count on. I don't ever have to worry. Whenever I ask Amber for something, I know that it's done. And that type of love and assurance is something that means the world to me. When I get up a couple mil, you're on my list of people to take shopping and on jet skiing and excursions and stuff like that. So really quick, lots of love in the chat box for Amber. If you haven't worked with her or worked alongside her, she is somebody who's dominating the industry, strong in e-commerce, strong in the systems, strong in the products, and just strong in her faith and sturdiness in what I Am stands for. So I love you all. I'm excited for this training. If you feel like you're ready to get into this value, drop me a 444 in the chat box. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get straight into it. Is that okay? Can we get right into it? Today is called the kickoff, and it's called the kickoff for a reason because we're literally kicking off the proper way that we want to set the foundation for Digital Dynasty. We're kicking off how we want to move forward with events, how we want to lay our digital footprint, and how we want to be seen in the industry as well as across the United States. Okay, right now, there's a huge competition going on. If you know, and Digital Dynasty is trailblazing the games right now. But drop a 4 in the chat box if you know we're able to do that because of the environment we have at events. We're able to do that because we connect with one another and we create these spaces so that not just one of us, but all of us can grow. So I'm going to get things started. Of course, for those of you all who may not know, my name is Tia Bolden, Chairman 10 inside of the industry, gracefully working towards Chairman 25. And like Amber said, protect me at all costs. Okay? If you're not protecting me, just call on the angels at all costs. All right. So we're going to get things going here with the kickoff. I have some great references here for you all. A beautiful presentation. Shout out to the people on the back end who assisted. Samaya and Jess, everybody had a hand in putting this presentation together. So I'm excited to give you all some incredible value. If y'all can see my screen, drop me a 5. Are we good here? Let me see. Oh, here we are. Okay. If you can see the word events, drop me one more 5. We're good? Okay, great. So first thing I want you all to write down is the word events, because events are...
world full of lies.
To listen to this really...
We need your why. In a world full of I don't know, we need you to go.
Who was there?
In a world full of deception, I need you to be the exception. 1, 2, 3!
What's my song? Oh, wow. I was feeling it by myself. You know, if even though you couldn't see it, you could feel it. I love when that happens. I bet. You know, Canva has a way of humbling me every call. All right, can you all see? Now, tech don't have to let me be great because God is gonna let me be great. But can you all see the second slide now? Okay, bet. If you can see the screen, what is the word that you see on my screen? That's crazy. I had the whole vibe going here by myself. I guess that was meant to just turn me up. Events. All right. So write this down in your notes. Events. Events is an acronym. It stands for Elevate Vision, Eliminate Negative Thoughts. Write that down. Elevate Vision, Eliminate Negative Thoughts. Y'all want to see the video again? Do we want to give technology another shot? Do we? Y'all let me know. Yes? All right. Who was there? You really had to do that. Let's see if it'll play again.
In a world full of lies, we need your why. In a world full of I don't know, we need you to go. In a world full of deception, I need you to be the exception. 1, 2, 3!
this.
All right, so that's all.
A lot of us have people and things around us that create negative thoughts. Drop a 2 if you've been around or impacted by some negative thoughts. Okay, keep the 2s rolling if you know that events can change that. Events can fix that. Events are the one thing that can triple your business at a faster rate than what we have on normal Zoom calls, what we have on a regular rotating basis. So today, when we talk about events, I want you to attend this training with the thought of action steps to come from it. Drop a 3 if you can do that for me. Attend this training with the thought and thinking of action steps of what you can put towards it. I don't want you to sit on here and take notes. I want you to know that what you put towards this is what's going to happen next for your city and for your location. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And sorry for any technical difficulties. I apologize, but I'm glad that we can get the value the right way. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you all about is where we are currently. Okay, this is a very big deal. I actually sat on a call. Oh, thank you. I actually sat on a call with Neno. He was basically telling us the importance of our digital footprint. Drop the word us in the chat box if you understand that right now in the United States, we are holding down a big portion of the footprint. Literally, the US is the staple right now. Okay. And I'm actually going to just reshare my screen differently so that we don't have this issue any further. One thing I want y'all to understand is that when you get to this standpoint, you'll realize that amateurs complain, leaders adjust. So we're just going to share it differently so that everybody can see. Boom. Okay. Drop a 4 if you can see my screen and you see a map. 444, we're Gucci. All right. Amateurs complain, leaders adjust. Amateurs be like, oh, it's not working, bro. Technology's not happening for me. Leaders just adjust and make it happen, okay? One thing I want to talk about is DD being on the map. Right now in the United States, Digital Dynasty is one of the most prominent organizations in IM Academy in the United States. Oh, you are? Well, y'all can see my screen, right? We're good. Okay, back. We are holding it down for the United States. So really fast, I want you all to let me know in the chat box, where are you located city and state-wise? Because there's some of us who are in cities, in states, and we don't even know we're in the same place. I want there to be a point where Neno puts like a big map like this up in his house and has pins for every city that DD is located in. And he knows, okay, we're doing something here, I can go call this person. Okay, we're doing something there, I can go call this person. So check the chat box. Look for cities that are similar or near to you. Okay, because when we start setting up events, we understand that we can do more together than we'll ever do separately. Collaboration is greater than competition and is what's going to take us farther. Huntsville, Nashville. I like the will go. Okay, everybody's saying I'm here, but I'll travel to there. 100%. Okay, we got to find out where we are on the map. Drop a 2 if you understand. There's a team called Powerhouse. They have a strong foundation in the United States as well. Okay, so if you don't have anybody in your city, check and see if there's somebody in Powerhouse in your location as well. You can collaborate with them for events. Drop a 3 in the chat box if you understand. Competition only happens at the bottom. At the top, we're collaborating. Okay, we're competing a little bit for this week, but at the end of this week, we know that we're back on collaboration for one mission of impacting 1 million lives with this skill set. Okay, I hope that we were able to find some value. Drop an 8 if you got something from seeing the different cities that we have in our locations. Digital Dynasty is planning to take over. This call is not accidental. It's not by happenstance. We're putting things in place to literally take over the entire country with our influence, okay? Y'all realize that most of the industry right now is very, very quiet. Drop a 4 if you understand a lot of companies are quiet right now. We're not seeing many people do events. Not many people are holding it down the way it really should be done. It's to the point where it feels like we are the blueprint. We are the face. We're the only ones I see running Super Saturdays. We're the only ones I see putting events together, putting things in place to actually show a presence of IM on a digital forefront. People are still doing things like it's COVID. They're running this business inside. Drop a 5 if you know you have to go outside to make this thing work. All right, I want to ask you all a question really fast, and this is just personal from me to you all. Write this down in your notes, okay? And it may hit. Do y'all realize that we're the last generation on Earth that knows what life was like before social media? Y'all ever thought about that? Y'all realize like we're the last ones that are actually going to know what it was like to play outside, what it was like to be in before the street light, what it was like to, ride bikes together in the neighborhood, what it was like to play kickball with your neighbors before their parents got home. We're the last ones that actually know that. The world is facing what we call a digital shift. Okay, genuine face-to-face interactions, one-on-one, in-person, hugs, getting to know one another, people for who they are, reading body language, body energy, people gathering and sharing experiences. It's not as common as it used to be. Now that we have a big prevalence of social media, we have to work to ensure people are not losing genuine connection. Drop a one, this is making sense. COVID did a good job of making this industry extremely lazy. And that's okay, because DD is what's going to wake it up. DD is what's going to bring it back. DD is what's going to show people, okay, this is how things are done properly. Hey, this is a good time for us to connect. Okay? I'm trusting you all to be the connectivity. I'm trusting you all to be the difference. I'm trusting you all to make that change. We all dropped what cities we were in. Now, let me ask you this question. How many of us have a foundation in our cities? Drop a one. A foundation means that you have a consistent weekly meetup in person and a super Saturday once a month. Be honest. All right, be honest. If you're planning it and you haven't ran it yet, you're developing the foundation. But if you have this already running, if I could have sent somebody to last month's Super Saturday in your city, you have a foundation. And it's okay to be developing it. That's where we grow. Okay? Can I depend on you all after this call to create a foundation where you're located? Can I depend on you to hop on Eventbrite and attend 2 to 3 networking events a week? Can I depend on you to go out and make brand new business cards and expose everybody you come within 3 feet of about this business? Can I depend on you all to attend local events and interact with people beyond the screen? Because right now it's more important than ever. Okay. Drop the name of your city in the chat box if you have a foundation. And I just want to see Atlanta, talk to me. Dallas, Chicago, somebody drop St. Louis, please, Lord. Palm Beach, NYC, St. Louis, thank you, Jess. Miami, shout out to Miami. Big events happening there. Okay, drop the name of your city if you're creating a foundation. You're developing it right now. There's nothing wrong with that. No city started with the foundation. You got to start somewhere. Toronto, ATL, turn it up. I got something special for y'all too. Dallas, Huntsville, Marco Island. Oh, y'all got places I've never even been to. Great. It's giving Sky Miles. Detroit, Baltimore. Wow. Penn State College, if you know, you know. Clarksville, okay? Drop a 3 if you're on this training to learn how to develop a proper foundation, because that's what I want to teach you all. From now to 7 o'clock, I want to go over how to develop a proper foundation in your location. Okay, if you dropped a city name, drop a 3 if you know DD needs you. If you dropped a city name, drop a 3 if you know this is your time to put DD on the map. This is your time to be that pin on Nino's map. Okay, it starts with you. There is no rank required to become the foundation. Just the work. Last thing I want you all to know is that I am needs you. Okay, society needs you. Robots can replace a job. AIs can replace a position, but nothing can replace human interaction. I'll say it again. That's why events are important. Society needs you. Robots can replace a job. AI can replace positions, but there's not a single thing that can replace human interaction. This is where we dominate. So if you're ready to learn how, drop me a 555. Is this some good value? I don't know. Is this good value? The PowerPoint thought it had me. Thought it took me out. All right, we got the 5s rolling in. On the next page of your notes, I want you to write event must-haves. 3 things that every event must have. Next page of your notes, 3 things that every event must have. This is where we get into the information. I want you all to pay very close attention. 3 things that every event must have. Number 1, a flyer. Number 2, an Eventbrite. And number 3, a sign-in sheet. Okay, write that down on your paper. 3 things that every event must have. Okay, flyers. And let me ask you all really fast. What do you all see synonymous across all of these flyers? Let me know, because I want you to create the basis for your Super Saturday around what you see on this screen right now. These are the cities doing it properly. What do you all see consistent in these flyers? DD, multiple leaders. I like that. Business photos. I'm so glad you said that, Isha. Business pictures. DD. What else? Okay, fun fact, the flyers are going to be DD because it's a DD call. So that yes, I promise. I promise it's going to be DD. What else do you all see consistent across these flyers? Bright colors, aesthetics, creativity. Talk to me. Professional photos. What else? Professional photos. Smiling. Talk to me, AE. Come on. Inviting. Location. Talk to me, Raj. Okay, now we're getting into it. Can we take it a step deeper? Look, I'm glad the PowerPoint didn't work because now I can zoom in. Boom. What do we see consistent across these flyers? Talk to me nice. Good quality talk, Gil. Theme and topic, professional. Okay, let me tell you all a secret. Drop a 1 if you understand. People look at a flyer and let it determine if they're going to attend an event or not. Y'all have done it before. Y'all ever looked at them flyers that were made on Microsoft Publisher or Microsoft Word, pull up tomorrow, and you put it right back down. You said in your head, yeah, I'm not going to be there. Somebody has handed you a flyer before. You look at it and say, yeah, bro, I'm going to let you know. And you wasn't going to that event. Literally, people judge a book by its cover. I'm sorry, but that's how it works in this industry. Perception is everything. Tossed it, trashed it, clocked that T. You knew you weren't going to be there simply because of the perceived value. Okay, the flyers have to smack. That is literally 80% of the event itself. Is this making sense? Drop a 1 if you understand. We have flyer professionals in Digital Dynasty. You can submit flyers to have them created. Please do it a month out. Honestly, over a month out so you can start promoting before. Okay, if you don't know if your flyer looks good, ask somebody. We have a lot of reds who will tell you, hey sis, hey. Hey sis, look, that's not the one. Let's submit that one to Jess real quick. All right, we'll be honest. We will be honest. I'd rather us tell you that the flyer's not it than you post it and nobody show up. Is that real? Can we be honest there? Drop a 1 if you understand the importance of a professional flyer. Shout out to whoever said professional photos. Look, if you all don't have professional pictures, we all have iPhones. That's a nice camera. Put on some business clothes, come professional to your next weekly meetup, stand in front of a white wall, smile big, get you some photos. Some of us need new professional photos. I'm not going to call any names. But some of us, I'm tired of you sending me the same pictures every time it's time for a flyer. Please, it's time to up it. In order for your business to grow, you have to grow. For real, it's time for some new photos. It's okay. I'm setting up a new photo shoot as well. It's that season. We almost need a new set of photos every season. Be honest. Okay, people will look at your pictures. As you grow, they should as well. Perceived value is a thing, a big thing in this industry. We're in a digital world. People believe off of what they see. All right. Now, this is for Super Saturdays and our big events once a month. For our weekly meetups, drop a 2 if you understand. We have a templated flyer. I don't know if we have this template, Jess. I would love if we can have it, but you can get one made for your city. North Carolina has a beautiful one. It's green. Look, I know almost every city's flyer and how it looks. If you're in Dallas, they do crafty stuff like tacos and trees. They're so cool in Dallas. We are going to see each other in Dallas soon. If you know, you know. But make sure that you get a flyer created for your weekly meetup and also something special for your next Super Saturday. If we understand that, drop a 111. Are we good here? Number 2, the next thing that every event needs. Did I miss anything on the flyer piece? Okay. Let me see them new photos. I'm going to call y'all out. I'm going to say, hey, Jayana, that picture was on the last flyer. It says, hey. I'm going to say, since you got a nice smile, we can get a new photo, please. I'm just playing. All right, the next thing, I'm just playing, Jayana, not you specifically, Lord. Jayana's going to get off the call. She said, that's enough. That's enough. All right. Number 2 is an Eventbrite. Anybody know? Drop me in the chat box. Why does every event need an Eventbrite? Or Event Cube? I'm getting hip to Event Cube. I've never used it, but I heard it's fire. Why does every event need an Eventbrite or Event Cube? Follow up. Big facts. Registration, 100%. Why else? Leads. Talk, Isha. You all know that when people get a ticket on your Eventbrite, it saves their information. Now you've got a list of leads in one place. Professionalism. Thank you, Krista. Do you know how many times I've asked people about an event and they've shot me a long text? I said, what is this? A kickback? Hey, pull up 5 o'clock Thursday, address. We're going to be here. Make sure you come on time. Knock on the side door. Text me when you get there. I said, whoa, is this an event or not? Like, pause. It's giving spam. It's giving, I don't really want to come anymore. Like, not going. In fact, that's exactly what it's giving. Professionalism is key. People feel so special when I send them the flyer and Eventbrite link. Oh, perfect. You're in the city. Make sure you come here on Thursdays. Let me know once you have your ticket. Talk to me, Samaya. Do you all know that Eventbrite is the best for foot traffic? Because people search on Eventbrite for networking events. We have people every single week show up saying, oh, yeah, I came from Eventbrite. Let me not say that. That's not nice. But we should use Eventbrite to launch. We should utilize Eventbrite for our launch, okay? It makes things easier. Literally the most foot traffic. Okay, any other reasons why we need Eventbrite? Ticket confirmation. You can literally at your door say, hey, did you get your ticket? Even if it's free, still do ticket confirmations. Start raising the standard for what you allow at your events. That's going to raise the standard of people you attract to your events as well. Okay, I had somebody ask me, should we charge for events? I'm going to be honest. Our weekly meetups are free. Okay, listen to me closely. Our weekly meetups are free. But when we did paid tickets, people made sure to be there. Drop a 4 if you understand when people pay, they pay attention. I did $5 tickets one week. People were coming in, hey, I'm looking for the meetup. They were calling my phone. Hey, I'm here for the St. Louis. Hey, I said, whoa, you'd be surprised what some type of payment or investment can do. Does that make sense? Another thing, for these Super Saturdays, thank you, Isha. I was just about to touch on that. For these Super Saturdays, you should charge based on your investment for the venue. Okay, if you got it for free, I don't mind a $5 or $10 ticket just to, cover the food, cover the water, cover what you're gonna have there. But if you paid $100-something for the venue, your ticket sales should cover the venue at minimum. You should at least break even. Drop a 3 if that makes sense. Is that clear? I had a lot of people ask me about charging for events or pricing for events. Okay, you can do the event for free, but when people pay, they pay attention. Trust me. If it feels like everybody can have it, for some reason that doesn't attract everybody. I like exclusivity. Yo, one weekend in St. Louis, let me tell you all, we did a private invite-only event. Drop a 1 if you understand that was the most packed room we've ever had. We did invites only. You could only come if invited by a St. Louis city leader. We walked to the door and got our people one by one. Hey, hold on, y'all. My guest is here. Boom. Walk to the door. Hey, so glad you made it, bro. Come on up. Exclusivity. People like to feel a part of something, okay? The third thing every event must have is a sign-in sheet. Somebody tell me why. Why do we need sign-in sheets? What's that for? Why do we need a sign-in sheet at our events? Fun fact. Follow up 100%. Keep in contact 100%. Leads, a list. Keep in touch. Here's a gem on the sign-up sheets. Please make it digital. It's 2024. Nobody should be writing to sign in anything. Please. Because then when they write it, you can barely read their handwriting anyway. You don't know if the email say at or what. Like, please make the sign-in digital and a requirement to enter your event. Kill 2 birds just like that. Okay, drop a 3 if this is making some sense. Are we learning something so far? How are we feeling? Doing well? We know the 3 things that every event must have. Any questions so far? We're doing good. We're great on time as well. Y'all, technology really thought they had us. That's funny. Job form registration. I love it. I love that. Okay. Google Forms, Eventbrite, however you all would like to do it. I love a good job form. All right. Let's talk professionalism. And this is the topic. This is the part I really wanted to get into. What to wear at your next event. Oh, boy. What to wear at your next event. Let me tell you all a secret. Drop a 3 if you've seen some people come to events dressed on side right or like the right side. Sometimes I look at these events and I wonder if we're going to the club after or we had some type of like, I'm like, is this a business event? Is this a mixer? Are we networking or speed dating? Which one did you come for? I looked at some people at events and it looked like we were going to 2 different events. I looked at myself. I said, now, wait a minute. You got a different motive and I know it. Let me tell you something. And this is the best way I can put it. You have to dress the way you want to be addressed. That's all I'm going to say. Dress, work. Yo, Swift said, are we working or twerking? Swift, sometimes I have to ask. Dress the way you want to be addressed. That's the best way I can put it. If you want to be addressed never mind, I don't even have to go into it. Just dress the way we want to be addressed. That's the best way to put it. You can tell when people come to events with an alter motive. I look at some people, I'm like, oh, you didn't come for the comp plan. You did not come for the products. You came for some product, but it's not the ones that we offer. You are not here for the academy. And sometimes you can just tell, and that's okay. But we have to dress the way we want to be addressed. If you want to attract greater into your business, drop a 1 if you understand you have to start looking and being the part. Does this make sense? I could go further into this, but I'm just going to keep it classy. Okay? We're going to leave it here where it is. Any questions on how you should dress? Let me tell you all a secret. This is what my mom always used to tell me. She said, if you have to ask, you already know that it's not okay. She said, if you look in the mirror and you say, y'all think I could wear this skirt? Or is this shirt okay? You already know. Your subconscious is literally telling you it's not, and you're looking for validation to think that it is. Hey, are these shorts too short? Literally, when people ask me that, I say, you already know, that's why you're asking. Literally, it's already in your head. If you have to ask, it's a no. Does that make sense? Drop a 5 in the chat box if this makes sense. I just want to give us the real. I'd rather tell you now than, me not have to come up to you in an event. Hey, sis, hey, we want the focus on the slides, not the DM slides. So if you could just, I have a jacket in the car. I have a cardigan. Okay, that's enough. All right, we get it. Boom. God said, come as you are. Amen. And come the way you want to be addressed. All right, let's talk about some event protocol, and then we're going to get into how to prepare your first event. Okay, write this down. Event protocol. Things to do. Number 1, be early. Be early. Your guests should not get to your event before you. That is such a bad look. Okay, please be early. Drop a 1. Y'all ever heard, they say if you come to some functions early, you're on the setup committee. Be on the setup committee for your event. All right. I say an hour and a half ahead. Just always play it safe. I always aim for an hour and a half ahead. What else should you do? Bam, fam. Book a meeting from a meeting. That means at the end of your event, you should be promoting the next event. This is a huge deal. Drop a 1 if you know every time we go to a convention, what's the last thing they do before the convention ends? And now we have a special promo, $100 off the ticket. Y'all ever notice that? Every time at the end of the event, what do they promote? An announcement for the next event. So people always leave knowing when they're going to connect again. Okay, we talked about the sign-in sheet. Please make it digital. Okay, always connect with your audience. Leave a lasting impression. Create solid relationships. An agenda. Drop a 2 if you understand creating an agenda and organization for your event will help it to flow regularly. I'm going to show you all how to create the agenda for your events in a second here. Next, start and end time. This is a big one. Everybody has start time for events. Why don't we hold firm end time for events? That is a big deal. What time is the event over? What time are we leaving? Last week at the St. Louis meetup, we end at 8:30. It was 8:32. They said, hey, Tia, we want to do a quick IM overview. I said, well, the Academy is accessible for every single one of us who has a package, but it's 8:32. So we're going to go ahead and depart, and I'll see you all next Thursday. Hold tight to your end time. If you seem like you have all day, people will sit there all day long. Your time is precious. Drop a 3 if you know your time is your most valuable commodity. Don't let people play with your time. Have a firm start and end time. It's a big deal. That's one thing I love that we implemented. Okay? Another thing to do, please create content. Please create content from the event. Every time I go to a meetup, I post income producing environments. I want people to see we are consistent with it. It's something that we do weekly. And when we come here, we're learning to make money together. Okay. Last but not least, use stories and testimonials. Okay. Facts tell. Stories do what? Drop the 4-letter word for me in the chat box. Facts tell. Stories blank. She a beast with the camera. Talk to me, Isha. Okay. Stories sell. People care more about how you got to where you are now than the channel that you use to get there. Facts tell. Stories sell. All right. Don'ts. A couple of things we should not be doing. She catch everything. Yes. Please do not end the meeting without announcing the next. It's the same thing as Bam Fam. Don't just close it and say, all right, y'all be good. Have a safe weekend. See you. No. They should not leave without knowing when they're going to see you again. Next, do not show up alone. This is the big one. I'm going to talk about this one a little bit later, but drop a 1. As business owners, we should not be showing up to events by ourselves. Out of love, it makes no sense. I went to a meetup in Atlanta, and Isha pulled up with a guest. I said, oh, hello. I thought I was just linking with the squad today. She brought a friend with her. Please don't show up by yourself. If we're in a business where we're looking to grow and develop, bring somebody along with you as much as you possibly can. Next, please do not be late. How does it look for you to be running in the event? Book bag on your back. Oh, my bad, y'all. I got some extra granola bars. Here we go. No! This is a professional endeavor. Be as early as possible. Okay? Number 4, and this is a big one. Woo! We've all been to school or attended school before. When people come to business events, they don't want to go back to school. Just between me and you. They don't want, please don't be boring. Have some tonality, have some excitement. If your voice is monotone, put some music up there. Bust out a dance move or two. Make it exciting and inviting for the information that we have our hands on. If you're funny, crack a joke. Look, if you're not funny, just, knock, knock, something. Make it insightful. Please don't bore us. If you lose the attention of the crowd, there goes the attention of the clothes. Trust me. Can you give me some jokes? I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'll do my best. Okay? Have some fun with it. People are attracted to people. They've been sitting in the house bored all day. Don't go bore them at the event too. Last but not least, please don't be long-winded. Is Femi on here? Is Femi on this call? Femi, Jacob? If not, it's okay. But just if you're given a chance to speak at an event, just keep it within. Femi's here. Okay, great. Just keep it within 3 minutes, please. If I tell you before the event that you have a 30-second portion, please don't talk for 30 minutes when I get you up there, because it's gonna take the good Lord for me to not cut you. Like it's just please, just keep it. Just please. Fun fact for people hosting events: never pass the mic. Always hold the mic at people's voice. Never give it to them. That's just a gem for down the line. But keep it concise. Less is more, okay? We want people to feel you, but we don't want to lose them. Y'all just had to be there, man. I cannot even explain it. Okay, if everything makes sense, drop me a 555. We're doing good so far. Do we have any questions so far? Because next we're going to go into how to create your first event. Any questions so far? How are we looking? Not all those people that when you bring them up to speak, they talk for an hour and a half and you don't even have time to finish your training. It's like, man, did you want to run this? Like next time, bro, I could just put you on the flyer next time. It's no longer my call. All right. I'm going to attempt to get my presentation shared back again the other way. The next thing we're going to go into, no questions so far? Y'all are just laughing. Y'all think this is just funny. You know, y'all are going to laugh until it happens to you. And then you're going to call me and say, yo, Tia, I had somebody do the thing. I'm going to say, no, they did the thing. They did. Oh, Tori, you were there. It was so, never mind. I'm not going to say it because it's okay. But we nicknamed the person JFK. That's how long they talked at the event. It was to the point we were at the recap afterwards and we said, oh yeah, don't pull a JFK. All right. Now let's go into creating our own event. Okay. Creating our own event. So happy and grateful now that the presentation shares the right way. 4 P's of event planning. Write that on your paper. That's what we're going to get into. The next 15 minutes are going to cover the 4 P's of event planning. Then I am going to let you go. No more JFKs. Please don't be a JFK. If you ever hear me say JFK, it is not a good thing. I am not edifying. He's the JFK of this industry. It's not a good thing. All righty? Awesome picture. Thank you, sis. Thank you. 4 P's of event planning. Fun fact, before I get into this, what should every event begin with? This is a pop quiz. What should every event begin with? Pop quiz. Let me know in the chat box. I want to see who gets this one. This is like pop quiz. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. Talk hot. Let me see. Got intro, icebreaker, intro, story, sign-in sheet. Okay, Krista, you're warm. Krista is warm. Keep me rolling. Talk to me. What should every event begin with? Okay. Starts with the M, ends with the set. I like music, Tuma. Definitely start with some music. Please, get us going. Talk to me, Jeanette. Talk to me, Cindy. Talk to me, Nikita. Talk to me, Trey Lee. Talk to me, Isha. Okay, talk to me, JB. Talk to me, Samaya B. Talk to me, Krista. Mindset. Can anybody tell me why? Why should every event begin with mindset? Talk to me in the chat box. Why should every event begin with mindset? I went to an event one time, and I'm not going to say who or where because I don't call anyone out. I just address what happens around me. And they started the event talking about trading. I said, wait a minute. I almost paused the event, but that wasn't the time or place to correct it. I said, whoa. I said, no mindset. Regardless of the purpose of your event, drop a 1 if you understand every event should begin with mindset. Put it like this. If you start talking about trading with no mindset, what's most likely going to happen? Talk to me in the chat box. What is most likely to happen if you start something trading related without mindset? They might leave. Drama. Ooh, drama's a good one. Distractions, not interested, closed minds, lose focus, skepticism. They might not know why they're there. Lose the audience, doubt, unsure, heard about it before, facts. Speculation. Exactly. If you don't open them confused about money, if you don't open their minds before, how exactly are you going to fill their mind during? Please start every event with mindset. Does that make sense? You as a group, whoever is running the event, you all should get together and do a nice prayer and quick run over of what you're going to cover. And then the first thing people should receive is mindset. Now, one way we do it in St. Louis, I'm going to give you all a gem. All right, y'all want a gem? I'm going to give you all a gem. We use icebreakers as our mindset. Okay, what are some cool icebreakers you all like to do? Talk to me in the chat. This is the interactive part. This is where we work together. Take notes on what you see. What are some icebreakers that you all like to run at your events? And if you don't know any, I'll give you a few. But we use icebreakers as our mindset. See, Jayana, I'm hesitant of two truths and a lie. I'm hesitant about that icebreaker because then I find out who in the room is a good liar. And I'm like, whoa, should I really even be trusting you to begin with? Like, I'm hesitant about two truths and a lie. I don't know. It was fun as a kid, but now at events, I'm like, why are you so good at this game? How long you been telling people two truths and a lie? Did you lie to get in here? I'm weary. I'm scarred. I'm torn. I've been lied to too much. Okay? Write down a couple of icebreakers. One icebreaker that I love to do, what does money mean to you? Go around the room. Have everybody say, what does money mean to you? Well, for me, money means freedom. Why? Well, for me, money is a tool. For what? Well, for me, money means time. Okay, well, how would you like to use it? For me, money means blank. Go around the room and ask people, what does money mean to you? That's a fun icebreaker. Roses and thorns. I like roses and thorns, Alicia, because you really get to pick people's brain. Okay? Somebody gave another one that we do in St. Louis, name and adjective. So you give your name and you take the first letter of your name and you give an adjective that describes you. We got silly Samaya, millionaire money man Mark, talented Tia, just John. Okay? Different types of ways so people can remember one another, but we also get to know your personality as well. You all will be surprised when people put negativity before their own name. Oh, I'm dangerous Dan. I'm like, what's so dangerous? Do I need to watch my back? Is anybody in here? Help me, okay? Utilize your icebreaker as a form of mindset, okay? Drop a one if this is making some sense. Icebreakers are great for getting people to know one another. It can also open the minds. Any questions about that? And if you don't know icebreakers, Google, positive team building icebreaker. There's lots of them online, all right? So the first P in the 4P's of event planning, I just wanted to give you all what to start with. 4P's of event planning. Make sure that you have that written in your notes. The first P is purpose. P-U-R-P-O-S-E, purpose. Purpose asks this: what are you doing this event for? What kind of event is this? What is the goal of this event? What would you like to see accomplished from this event? Okay, purpose helps you determine your agenda and your itinerary for the event. Types of weekly meetups we can have. It could be instructional and educational, going over a skill set. It can be an exposure or a mastermind. Okay, it could be a networking, a live launch where we go somewhere together. We may go to a restaurant and practice talking to waitresses, things of that sort. It can be celebrational. Hey, we just had somebody hit Platinum 2000 in our city. We're going to go celebrate at this event together for this week's meetup. It could be strictly business owners. What type of meeting are you having? What type of event are you having? Drop me in the chat box. What are some of you all's favorite types of events to host? Let me know. Purpose. The first P in the 4P's to event planning is the purpose, the type of event that you're having. Gianna likes masterminds, okay? And I know you all are taking notes right now, so no worries if you're not in the chat box as much. Networking. Isha and Gianna love to network. Every time I call them, hey T, we just left this networking event. I'd be like, all right, run it up, Atlanta. And I have to watch because networking in Atlanta, I know how that goes. I gotta keep an eye on them. Keep a close eye. Oh, right? Out of love. All right. Educational, portfolio building, networking, celebrational, super Saturdays, social events. What types of events do you all like to attend? What types of events do you all like to host? These are all great to know when you're developing the purpose of your event. Fun fact, most of your super Saturday type of events, which is going to be on the right side, are going to be exposure. Does that make sense? So weekly meetups could be instructional, educational, networking, live launch, celebrational. But most of your Super Saturday type events or your big event once a month is going to be for exposure. Does that make sense? Because usually you're inviting guests, usually you're bringing in speakers. Most of these are going to be exposure type of events. Okay. So when you're creating the itinerary for your next Super Saturday, when you're creating the itinerary for your next big event, for your next digital rise, for your next, weekend, things you want to include, write this down. You want to have an icebreaker. Okay. You want to build relationship. You want to have some sort of mindset. If you can knock out these two together, that's great. But if you invite like a nano to your city, you may want him to open up with some mindset or mastermind. Or you may want to open up with mindset. What you learned this morning on Mornings with Nano. Give that. Okay, next you want to go over the academy. I went to an event one time and they didn't once reference the academy. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said, we're gonna talk about the academy at all? I said, no. I wasn't worried, but I was a little worried. Okay. But that's okay because we haven't had this presentation before. That's why we're here. That's why we locked in. It's all right. We all learn. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Next, we may do some sort of recognition. Do you want to recognize IBOs? Do you want to recognize Masters Club? Do you want to recognize people who have withdrawn from an account? Do you want to have a panel? Rising Stars panel, Moms panel. I love a Moms panel. Oh, those are awesome. Do you want to, find out who you're going to have in the room and what type of exposure you want to create? Knowing the purpose of your event will help you create the agenda for your event. And the last thing, of course, you want to finish off with letting people know when the next event is. Drop a 3 if all this makes sense. Are we good on the first P, purpose? Any questions about the first P? Good to go. Okay. If you're ever confused on the purpose of your event, ask yourself, what goal am I looking to accomplish with this event? All right. Let's go to the second P. What is the second P of event planning? Cindy, how did you know that? Cindy cheated. Cindy, how did she know that? People. Let me ask you this. Who is your target audience at your event? Who are you looking to attract at your event? Who are you looking to invite to your event? How many people are you expecting at your event? If you're going to have IBOs in the room, who is covering what portion? Who's doing the icebreaker this week? Who's going over the skill set? Are we going to show the presentation? Fun fact, at every meetup, you should show the presentation. Drop a 1 if you know that. At every meetup you have, you should show the presentation because fun fact, there are people inside of your business right now who may not know all of what we do. Okay? So make sure that we are covering the presentation every single event, showing the plan consistently. Okay? Talking about people. Are you going to have a photographer? Do you have a DJ? Will there be food? How many people do you need food for? Have you allocated for the foot traffic that may be in the room? Drop a 2 if people is making sense. Once you develop your purpose, you can now start working on people. Are you inviting in any guests? Will you have educators coming to attend? Who are you going to highlight? Again, if there's going to be a panel, have you told every mom that they're going to be sitting on the panel? I have walked in an event thinking that I was going to sit on the side and celebrate my friends and say, hey, you can speak. Can you speak today? I said, oh, glad my voice works. Sure, I can speak today. Boom. Now I'm on stage speaking. Stay ready so you do not have to get ready. It happens. Okay? Who's going to be speaking ahead of time? Does everybody know their role? That's a huge one. Does everybody who's attending know what they're there for? Do you have somebody over registration? Do you have somebody doing the sign-in sheet, holding the iPad? Do you have somebody welcoming, telling people hello as they're coming in the door? Do you have, and one thing, this is a fun fact, write this down, this is a gem. If you're going to have testimonials, tell the people ahead of time. Just tell somebody, hey, bro, do you mind giving a testimonial a little later on during the event? Okay, cool. So I'm going to be presenting regularly. And really fast, before I go any further, is there anybody who's actually seen success in the markets that wants to speak? Oh, John? Okay, John, yeah. Tell us your testimony real quick. Boom. Tell the testimonial people ahead. That's fun. That's really, really needed. Like, peg the people ahead of time, okay? Who are you going to have present? People, a huge part, okay? After you solidify who's coming, what is our next P? Drop a 2 if we're good on the second P. Second P of event planning makes sense. Any questions on that? We're good here? We're doing well. We only have 2 more P's to go. Doing good. My slideshow is taking my whole screen, so I can't see the chat box, but I trust that you all are dropping too. All right, let's go to the next P. The third P of event planning is place. Okay, you've determined the purpose of your event. You know what type of event you're having. You know what people you're going to have there, how many people you're expecting, who you're inviting. After you know how many people, now you can determine what size location you need. Number one, if you understand, you cannot pick the place before you know how many people. You may not have enough people to fit them. During COVID times, it may not have been enough room to have people 6 feet apart in that location. You have to go in order. Purpose of the event, number of people at the event, and then the place or the location of the event, okay? Places are fun. I'm going to help you out really quick how to determine places for your weekly meetup, okay? Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, if you know, you know. Atlanta has a mega Chick-fil-A. Hotel lobbies. The places you're doing your weekly meetup, you want those to be free because they're on a weekly recurring basis. So if you can get those free, that is a great idea. Restaurants, rooftops, some places, you know, they have where you, if you just come and buy food, you can convene there. Event spaces, sometimes smoothie shops look professional. Okay, when you're choosing your weekly meetup space, you want to make sure that it's a spot that has good foot traffic, that usually has, you know, a server or a waiter, person to lunch, okay, that you can use consistently, and free Wi-Fi is a bonus. Free Wi-Fi is a huge plus for weekly meetups. Alrighty? And this is just for a weekly occurring basis. What are some places that you all have your weekly meetups currently in your cities? Let me know really fast. What are some places that you all have your weekly meetups? Talk to me nice. Let me put my phone. Mega Chick-fil-A, the clubhouse in your building, Cigar Inn, all right, Target Market, Starbucks, Mega Chick-fil-A, the coffee shop, okay, library, beautiful. Where else are you all having your events? Library is good. These are all good. Lounges, 100%. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, good places for events. Love that. All right. Next thing. Oh, I have a hand raised. Whose hand is raised? Put your questions in the chat box. I don't even know how to see hands raised. If you have a question, just drop it in the chat box or send it to me individually. I don't know how to do that. God did. All right. When we talk about big event spaces, you want to do event spaces in an area you have a control. Drop a 3 if that makes sense. When you start talking about Super Saturday and large style events, your once a month event, you want to be in a place that is accommodating for the amount of people you're looking to invite and somewhere you have a control. You don't want to be fighting for the amount of time you have a space, or you don't want to be, oh, well, we're going to split this room in half because we had it for this amount of time. No, you want to make sure that it's already in your name. Complex meeting rooms at different types of, you know, living arrangement areas, hotel meeting rooms that you can book ahead of time. You can look up event venues on Peerspace. Co-working spaces are great as well. You want to book the area ahead of time, okay? And always book the venue for longer than what you need it for. If you need an event for 3 hours, book for 5. It is so embarrassing when those people come in, turning off the lights, turning off the sound, and y'all ain't got to go home. No, that's embarrassing. This is a networking business event, okay? We want to keep the professionalism. All righty? Things that help with your event location. Projectors, they help for everybody to see the information. Nice lighting, they help for your photos and videos. Closed areas so everybody can hear you. Okay, we did an event in a mall. It wasn't bad because the store was very quiet, but we spoke with the owners of the store ahead of time to get that space, and we got a lot of foot traffic from the mall just having it at a store in the mall. Okay. Any questions on place? Drop a 3 if we're good there. Whoever had a question, send it to me. Please, please, please send me your question. I want to get that answered. We're wrapping up here. All right, just so legendary. Talk about it. Talk about it. All right. What is the last P of event planning? And let me know, why is this circle bigger than the other 3? I don't know where purpose went. Well, I lost my purpose. Where? Why is the promotion a larger P than all the others? Talk to me. Why is this circle so big? It is the most important. It is a huge deal. It is very, very, very special. Okay? If we don't promote, believe my purpose. I found my purpose, guys. Woo, found my purpose in this industry. Amen. Put some sevens in the chat box and find my purpose. If you don't promote, you're going to be at the event like this. We do not want to be at the event like Will. Drop an 8 in the chat box. And let's be honest. Drop an 8 if you've been at an event like Will before. I'll drop my 8. I'll be honest. I've had this experience. I've been there on my own. It was just me. I set up food and I was the only one to eat it. It was I. It's okay. It only happens when you have minimal promotion. We have to go heavy on the 4P and event planning so our events don't look like this. This is not the move, okay? You don't want to do this, trust me. What are some good ways to promote for events? Talk to me. What are some good... Look, if you know, you know. I've had some events like that. It's okay. It happens. You may have some events like that. It's all right. It's okay. I've been there. Flyers, 100%. You should. Fun fact, when you make a flyer handout, put the QR code either on it or on the back so people can scan and get the information to the Eventbrite. Instagram Live, I love it. Threads, if you know, you know. Let people know, hey, I'm having a networking event in Atlanta in October. Any of the girlies want to show up? Easy. Social media, literally, we're in a social generation. Eventbrite. Eventbrite even has ways that you can promote the event on other social media channels. TikTok, 100%. Don't you dare create a dance for your event. Everybody will be there. Eventbrite, Eventbrite. Lounges and brunch. You can go to networking events and promote your event. Coffee shops, literally promoting to the people who are there. Personally calling people. Is this making sense? We have to start promoting events the right way. Okay, if we want to pack out the room, we've got to make it exciting for people to be there. Okay? And fun fact, no more concerts. Back in the day, they used to charge IBOs $20 to come to events. It was IBOs $20 unless you have 2 guests. Yes, email, of course. Email blast. It was literally $20 for IBOs who didn't have 2 guests. If you had 2 guests, you came for free. I said, sheesh. Rooms were packed. Okay? We have got to increase our promotion for events, getting the word out, being consistent, putting the word out ahead of time. Okay. Atlanta is actually doing something crafty. I don't know if they want me to tell y'all. It's a little secret, but I don't know. Can I tell them Atlanta? I'm going to tell them. Atlanta said they're going to get shirts made to launch their events. I already made the shirt, but I ain't showed it to them yet. Atlanta said they're going to get shirts made to launch their event. Shirts! They're going to start wearing the shirts around and tell people, oh yeah, I make money in mimosas. Fun fact, the shirt is already created. I just got to send y'all the link. I got to make sure my distributor has enough. But I make money in mimosas because Atlanta is not playing. Their event on October 26th, I think, is money in mimosas. Bro, I would come just because it's money in mimosas. Like, I would be there. Fire. And they're going to have shirts. I'm going to get a shirt and I'm not telling if I'll be there or not, but I'm going to get a shirt though. Y'all going to see me in the shirt on a call. Don't worry, Isha, you'll have it tonight. Sorry for the delay. I apologize. But things like this, get a shirt made for your event. Get a shirt. Ask me about Bitcoin. Hustler. Fun fact, the ECX store is already created with the shirts on it. I'll drop that for you all here shortly. Soft pub, soft promo. Okay? Drop a 4 if you understand these are ways to promote events. We're wrapping up now. We are finishing things shortly. Keep the 4s rolling if you feel better about the 4 P's of event planning. 4 P's of event planning. Do we feel better about it? The next thing we're going to talk about is action steps, and then we are going to get up out of here. Sorry, I'm about 7 minutes over. So I've given you all the play. Drop a 4 for 4 if you had the play. Now you've got to put the action behind it. Now it's time for you to develop the purpose of your event, the people who are going to attend your event, the place of your event, the promotion of your event. Look at Jayana promoting the event in the chat box. Go, you better spam, Jayana. You better spam. Promotion. That's what I mean when I say promotion. You better spam, sis. And if anybody needs an example of how to put together their next event, copy this link. Jayana just pasted it. Okay? Utilize it. Copy, paste, profit. It's not just for trading. It's for everything. Okay? So if you're ready for the action steps I'm going to show you all next, these came from our very own Chairman 25, Neno Torres. He knows that it's a big deal that we have foundations in all these cities. And one push that we want to focus on in Digital Dynasty is 6 events before October 26th. 6 events before October 26th. 6 events before October 26th. Drop a 5 in the chat box if you know that's pretty easy. If you do a weekly meetup every single week and 2 events, 1 in September and 1 in October, that's over 8 events already. This is easy. 6 events before October 26th. 6 events before October 26th. In your location. You can do weekly meetups. You can do a Super Saturday exposure. You all can get together and go to a networking or live launch event together. You can do something educational, but I need you to knock out 6 events before October 26th. Can I depend on you all to do that? Because when I go call Neno after this call, he's going to say, yo, sis, what did they say? Are they going to do the 60 events? I don't know. And fun fact, whoever gets their list dropped the soonest, your chairman leaders are going to look to see what city we can attend events in. Drop a 5, you know, we pop up. I don't know if y'all know, we pop up. I had Isha text me last, the last Atlanta meetup? She said, you coming to the event? I was parking when she texted me. Girl, please, am I coming? Come on now. I was literally parking my car and she texted me. We pull up. Trust me, our Sky Miles are good. We pop up. So drop those events. The quicker we know, the quicker we can say, hey, who's going to, she literally called me. I don't know how she did that. I was like, did she have my location? How did she know I was here? But literally, the quicker we get your dates, the quicker we can decide. Okay, we live a travel lifestyle. We're already on the road. We would love to stop by. If I'm in Cincinnati 1 week, I'd love to say, yo, do we have a team here? Are they meeting up this Thursday? I'd love to stop by. That's the type of foundation we want to have in Digital Dynasty. Drop a 777. If you gain some value, you learn something, you feel like you got something from this call, you feel like your cup is somewhat filled. If you want to keep in touch with me, I'm on Instagram at DTAbolden. Okay. I do follow back. I just am working on following back. So send me a DM to put at the top of my list and I will follow you back. Okay. I had an amazing time speaking with you all today. And I'm actually about to BAM fam. What am I about to BAM fam you all for? We're not going to get off here without me telling you what's to come. What am I about to BAM fam? Anybody know? Let me know in the chat box. What do we have going on later tonight? I know right now, I think Ron and Zion are hosting a webinar. Shout out to them. They're running a Monday weekly consistent webinar just to continue showing the plan and putting the word out there. Okay. Additionally, at 8 o'clock tonight, we have an incredible clock-in training by Samaya B, the queen of organization, giving us how we can organize our day, how we can structure up our skill sets and be less flustered, less confused, less overwhelmed because we have everything at an area of understanding. What else? At 9 o'clock tonight, we have an incredible op call by the one and only Mina. If you know, you know, when Mina does the call, she gets closes. She puts the GV in the bag. Make sure that you have all of your guests there, invited and locked in. Okay? What else do we have going on? This is not the only BAM fam. Y'all thought this was the only BAM fam? I got a lot to BAM fam. I actually have a lot to BAM fam. You know, y'all ever been to church and they gave you like the announcements? That's what BAM fam is. BAM fam is really the church announcements. Well, y'all know we got all the September birthdays. Stand up. Shout out to the no, I'm just playing. But really, BAM fam is the way that we get people understanding of what's to come next. The Christopher Terry call is on Thursday. Okay, I can BAM fam that. You know, Thursday, Leadership Dynasty. We have Christopher Terry, Matt Rosen, Nano Torres on one call. I cannot even tell you all the net worth of that call because I don't really know, but it's something big. So make sure that you're locked in on this call. Last but not least, I'm going to show you all the last 2 flyers, and then we should be good to go from there. Alrighty. Let me share my screen for the last 2 things. Drop a 4 if you know we got games going on. I know that. And the games are something serious. Who's in the games? Drop me a 1-on-1 if you're in the games right now. The games are something serious. They're heating up. They're getting competitive. They're head-to-head. I think us and Powerhouse, we're like right here. It's close. It's going to be one of the, Neno said it's going to be one of the most competitive set of games yet. So this is the time to show. Okay? I'm going to show you all the last 2 things I do want you all to be a part of and locked into both. When you can see my screen, drop me a 5, and then we're going to get up out of here. Let's see. All right. Boom. First things first. The games. Drop a 2 if the icon is fired. Digital Dynasty first Powerhouse. I told Jess, I said, yo, it's giving election, sis, but I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because we know who's going to win. These guys. All right. So we got the games going on right now. So this is the week. These next 7 days, go crazy with the reactivations, go crazy with the Monterey tickets, go crazy with the level ups, because every step counts, okay? And next thing, last but not least, leading up, we have an incredible platinum boot camp taking place in Dallas, Texas, October 12th and 13th. 2 days, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., locker room boot camp style. All you have to be is a platinum leader. If your faith is really intact, you will be booking your ticket to Dallas right now. Shout out to the leaders in Dallas. Y'all literally are in the proximity of what's going to be something incredible. Imagine all the leaders in the United States. It told us today how many platinum 300 and up leaders there are in the U.S. I know that number is so cool. They're expecting to have the majority of them in this one room, working together, gaining the skills and insight to take things next level. Imagine meeting with every platinum leader before Monterey and heading to Mexico together afterwards. How could we lose? How could we ever be stopped? Things are heating up, guys. They're on the way. Greatness is happening and coming for every single one of us. You just have to be a part of it. So if you got some value on this call, you learned something, you're appreciative for the value that you got, drop a 777 in the chat box. I want you all to let every single Telegram know that it's time, that we're about to take things higher than ever, that we're about to put the U.S. on the map, that we're about to turn up more than we ever had before. We're about to put Atlanta on a t-shirt. We're about to put the game in, and things are about to go crazy. I love you all. I appreciate you. I hope and look forward to see every single one of you all in Dallas, in Monterey, in your city when you host your event, but more importantly at the top, because the bottom is far, far, far too crowded. But here at Fire and Digital Dynasty, we'll never look down on anyone unless we want to help them up. You all be safe. Have a great evening, and I'll see you on the rest of the training calls. Take care.